In this episode, we ride the Durango to Silverton narrow gauge railroad. Back behind the yellow line. The big day is finally here. This is the featured event of our trip to Durango. We have waited a long time for this. It has been called America's Railroad. It is the Durango and Silverton narrow gauge railroad. Few, if any, man-made creations capture our imagination and stimulate our senses like steam-powered locomotives. As the engine backs in and couples to the train cars, we can feel its power and strength while walking alongside of it. We scurry down the platform, eager to find our car and our seats.
So, with all that being said, you all ready for this?
Whoa!
Very good. Welcome aboard the Silverton local making stops to Silverton. Welcome aboard.
And just like that, the train has left the station and is heading up the Animas River to the Silverton, Colorado. This 8-mile section of the line takes you from Durango's city limits through the beautiful Animas Valley. While the valley is seeing more and more human impact, much of the natural environment remains.
We're on the train to Silverton, still in the flats outside of Durango.
I bought a guidebook to help me figure out where I was on this trip, but it only works if you know what mile marker you are at. The ascension into the mountains begins around mile marker 462. Here, we are going under Highway 550, just south of our resort, and close to the Pinkerton Hot Springs.
Picking up some hikers.
Along the train's journey, there are whistle stops that can be used by hikers to get into the heart of the mountains. As you depart Rockwood, you are leaving behind most of the modern world. Until your train reaches Silverton, there are no roads reaching into the Animas Canyon, and little has changed in appearance since the rail line was installed back in 1881. Here the train rides on a rock ledge, some 240 feet above the Animas River. This ledge was created with extensive black powder blasting. To drill into the rock and set their charges, workers were lowered perilously over the granite cliffs in harnesses.
limited menu up there for snacks and drinks. And he's just busting up the ice and as well as working really hard.
It's a pretty tight gap here along the rocks.
The high bridge is 190 feet long. It is made of steel girders with a heavy wooden deck.
Bet you don't sleep when this goes by, do you?
Either that or it's a fire break.
We're at the Needleton siding. There used to be a water stop here in Needleton.
The original Needleton water tank was a stop for the train on the way to Silverton until the mid-1970s.
Needleton water stop. Here's the tank here that they got the water from.
A restoration project was completed in 2004.
Up ahead is our destination of Silverton. We made it to Silverton, folks. Time to return to the train when you hear 4 loud long whistles. That is 4 loud long whistles at 1:50 p.m. That is your 10-minute warning to get back on the train. We are going to be at an elevation of 9,300 feet when we get into Silverton. So if you haven't started already, I would recommend drinking plenty of water, especially if you come from a lower elevation. That way you don't get any headaches, migraines, or things like that while you're here. Elevation 9,300 feet, found in 1874, really hasn't changed much since. This is Silverton, Colorado, coming up. Thank you, folks.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Also hit the like button.
And then ring that bell so you get alerts every time we post a new video.
This is hopefully where we're going for lunch.
And it's the Pits Barbecue. Onion rings, fried pickles.
Either one.
Oriane and I both had the same platter here. We had the brisket with potato salad, and we had some French fried onion rings here too. Kind of an interesting place. You could see it was recommended on diners, drive-ins, and dives. And the Pits Barbecue has their own little service wagon here. Kind of a neat looking truck. As seen on the Food Network. Give it a wallop. So when the train comes to town, the population doubles while it's here. Many of the shops and restaurants get very busy. Okay, the trains are turned around, they're backed in. While we were here eating lunch, the second train came in about an hour afterwards. They're both turned around and ready. We're heading up to our car. This time we're in car number 2, which is more to the front. Well, here we are, getting ready to leave Silverton. Grandma's talking to Calvin, our grandson, and the train just started moving.
Woo! We gotta get Megan on there.
We're leaving. Here we go.
And here's Megan.
Woo!
Megan and Calvin.
On the train ride back to Durango, we are in a car that is closer to the engine, so we might get some better engine shots on the way back. That waterfall. Gets a little narrow here. The hills around Silverton are known for Sasquatch sightings. We'll have to check the video very carefully to ensure we don't see any Sasquatch in the background. A lot of good engine shots on the way down. Helps being closer.
Raining out.
Come back for our next adventure as we take a Jeep ride up the La Plata Canyon and experience the gorgeous views of Kennebec Pass.